Hi, hello everyone. Thanks for joining me. Sorry for the late start. So I just have some issue just now. All right. So for today, I will share with you how to create a equipment platform in Revit. So hopefully you can hear me and can see my screen. Okay, so if you have any question, just let me know at the chat box. Okay. All right. Yeah, someone is coming in. Hi, hello. Thank you for joining me. Right, so first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Aunu Umira. I'm one of the application engineer for AEC Revit for AEC collection in ACAD system. Yeah, good afternoon, CCW. Okay, so here I'm sharing with you the content for today lesson. So first, I'm going to show you how we add the platform column, the column for the platform, the beam for the platform, and I'll show you how to create a steel platform. And I'm going to create a stair for the platform and adding some railings. And lastly, I do the connection automation uh, for the equipment platform. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to intro first. What is the equipment platform? So an equipment platform is a raised surface that provides access to mechanical system and equipment while taking up the minimal floor space. So uh, equipment platform also be called as the working platform. So it's a raised mezzanine structure that carry equipment and create access to the machineries and also add floor space, right? So here I'm sharing with you what, in the end of this lesson, what of the output that that I will show. So this is just a simple, a basic equipment platform, right? So I will show you how to add the column, how to add the beam for the column, okay? So the platform, the railing, and the steel stack. Right, so without further ado, let's get straight to the Revit. So I already have my base here, which is the slab. Okay, so if I go to 3D view, so I already have my slab here. So I'm going to put the equipment platform onto this slab. So just going to open the level 1. So first I'm going to add the column, the steel column. So I go to the structure ribbon tab here. So I choose the column, structure column. So from here, you can see there's default loadable column that we load in this template. So I don't want this one. I want the hollow square column. So I'm going to load family. So I'm just going to find my column in the UK file here. And on the structural columns, the steel file, and then I'm going to use the British standard type of steel column. So I have this one, square hollow section column, and then I click on open. So the size I'm going to use for this hollow steel square column is 250 by 250 by 10. I'm going to use this one for my platform. Okay. And then from there, I'm going to add along the intersection of this grid line. So I'm going to add here. Okay, so the dimension within my grid line is 3000 by 3000, and here will be the space for the stair, which is 1200. Okay, so I'm going to add the column within the intersection. So here, 1, okay, intersection 2, okay, intersection 3A, 4A, okay, so oops, 4A here, right? And then if I want to make it faster, I'm going to use this add grid intersection button option. So I just click on the grid line that I want. Here, 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 and here. Okay, like that. And then click on finish. All right. So from here, I will delete one of these column. So this is the placement of my column. And if I go to 3D view, I can see that my column are underground because this column, if the structure column by default, the setting will be under level 1. So I don't want it to be under level 1. I want to be on top of my base here. So what I'm going to do is I just click on the column, right click, and select all instant, visible in view. So from here, I'm going to hover to the properties. I'm going to change the top level to level 2. So change the top level to level 2. And then from here, I'm going to change the base offset to 0. So you can see the column are now on top of my base. Okay. So I go back to level 1. So from here, I'm going to continue to add the beam. So to add beam, I'm just going to go to the under structure ribbon. So there is beam options, or the shortcut keys for beam is BM. So just click on beam. And then same as the column just now, it will have the preload a beam that is already being added by this template. So I'm just going to use the universal beam size 305 by 165 by 40. Just going to use this one for my beam. Okay. So I'm going to place it on top of this column for my to support my platform. So to do that, if I straight away create in level 1, so it will be on my base. So I don't want that. I want it to work as a support for my platform. So I just going to open up the level 2. So this is the level 2. And I'm going to add the beam here. So click on beam. I'm using the same size. And then I'm going to make it faster. I'm going to use the on grid option here. So click on grid. So to use on grid, so just select the grid that you want to add the column. Okay, the beam. So for example, I want to add the beam along the grid line of 1 until 4 here. And then I click on control. I select C, A, and B. So you can see the line there are the column. So if you cannot see, I'm just going to change it to fine. Do it again. Okay, you can see this is the column that I want to add. Okay, and then grid line A, B, and C, like that. So it's easier if you use the add grid because it will add your grid. It will add your beam framing automatically. So I click on finish. So now if I go to 3D view, I have my support beam for my steel platform there. Okay, let me just change this one to the hidden line. Right? So there you go. So now I'm going to add the beam for to support inside of this area. So to do that, I go back to level 2. So you can either add it one by one, or I'm just going to use this beam system features. So I go back to the structure, and I'm going to use this structural beam system. So this one to make your work more faster. So I click on this beam system, and then I'm going to use the beam automatic beam system, which is it will automatically detect the area of your structure that where you want to add it. So for example, if I bring my cursor to this area, you can see there is a preview that will show where I'm going to add the beam. Okay, so I don't want it like this setting. So I want every area that I add, it have 3 support. So to do that, so I just go to the properties here and go to the pattern. So there is a layout rule. So this is the setting for the beam system. So currently the pattern for my system is fixed distance. So that is why only one beam, okay, will be at in this area. So I don't want that. I want like 4 or 3 beam in one area. So I'm just going to change the layout rule from fixed distance to the fixed number. And then change the number of line to 3. So you can see if I bring my cursor to the area again, now I have three preview line where the beam will be added. So here I just click on it, so automatically it will add the beam support for each area. So here one, and then last one here. And then if I go to the 3D view, I will find, just going to click on finish here, continue. Oh, moment, let me finish. All right. So go to 3D view. I have my support beam added already. So completed for the support beam. Now I'm going to add the platform, the steel platform for my equipment platform. So to do that, I'm going back to level 2, view floor structure plan. Okay, now I go to the structure. So there is the floor option. So I'm going to use the floor for my steel platform. So I click on the structural floor. And then what I'm going to do is, before I draw where I want to add the steel platform, I'm going to edit the type and then add the steel platform type in my floor option. So I just click on duplicate here. And I'm going to rename this floor as steel platform. And then click on OK. So now I'm just going to change a bit this setting for the structure floor. Go to edit. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the material. So just click on the by category. It will pop up this box with 3 dots. So click on this box with 3 dots. It will show you the material browser. All right. So from here, I'm just going to search metal sheeting rails. Okay, so I'm going to use this material for my floor, steel platform. So this kind of material, I just click on OK. And then I'm going to change the thickness here to 100. I'll click on OK and OK again. So now I have my steel platform created, so I can draw where I want to add the platform. So I'm just going to use the drawing tools here. So there's few of tools that you can use to draw your floor. So I'm just going to use the line. Okay, so a moment, line. Okay, I'm just going to draw it along this area. I'm just going to make sure it's going to add on my support here. Okay, so I will already draw my support here. Okay, a moment. Let me just draw it like that. So it's okay if it didn't really follow the column. I'm going to align it later on. Okay, until here. Okay, this one until this column. The last one here. Okay, I'm just going to edit just now that this part. I'm just going to align AL, align this line for the column and line for the floor. This line too, okay, like that. So I see a chat here, can show floor to MS creating or expanded metal. Sorry, CCW, can you elaborate more from your question, what you mean by the expanded metal? Okay, so I'm just going to finish this one first. Okay, so now I already draw the floor platform, the steel platform that I want. So I just click on, a moment. Okay, I click on finish here. So if I go to 3D view, you can see that the floor are now inside my support. So I don't want it to be inside my support. I want my steel platform to be on top of my support. So to make it on top of my support, I'm just going to click on the steel platform again. And then I go to the properties. And in the properties, as you can see here, I have this height offset from level. So from here, I need to add the thickness of the steel platform just now to make it on top of my support. So to do that, I just add the steel platform thickness just now, 100 mm. And then I click on apply. That's, as you can see, now my steel platform are on top of my support. So if I go down here, you can see this is the support and up here are its platform. Okay, normally this machine is still pallets or printing. The moment I'm going to want to read the question in chat box. Battery connect don't want use slab. They want all steel or system. Yeah, if you want all steel, yeah, just the same as I showing you right now. Okay, so my platform are now all steel. So if I change to the realistic, moment. So now my platform are all steel. So this floor, I changed the material to steel. So the layer on my floor are now steel. So there is no concrete at all, just a steel there. Okay. And then the support is also a steel because I'm using the framing, the beam framing. Okay. So I think, okay. So I will continue. So now I already add the steel platform, the slab, oh sorry, the floor. Right, so next one, I will continue to add the stack, right, a steel stack. So to do that, I'm just going to go to level 2. I'm going to use this area to add my floor here, sorry, the stair here. Okay, to do that, I just go to architecture and then I'm going to create a stack. So it's okay if the stack is under architecture while we do a structure while we do a structure model, because later on we can change this stack to a structure stack or the steel stack. So just click on stack under the architecture just now. And then from here, I'm going to change the setting to make it as a steel stack. So to do that, first of all, I go to the properties. I change the type of the stack first. So go to properties, go to edit type, and then I'm going to duplicate this type to a steel stack. Click on OK. So from here, I'm just going to change the run type and change the support type. So I click on the run type here, and then click on this box with 3 dots. And then first of all, I'm going to uncheck or I'm going to take out the riser. And then I'm going to change the material for the direct. So to make it as steel, so I'm going to use the same material as the steel platform just now, which is the metal sheeting. So if you want to use the other material, you can use any material. Just search here and you can use any material that you want. Then click on OK. OK. And after that, I'm going to change the support type to a steel too. So currently the support type are Stinger 50 mm width. So I'm just going to go to this box with 3 dots, create a new support, which is a steel support. And then click on OK. So now change the material to metal. Let me just use the other metal. No, I don't want to use the sheet metal. Maybe iron ductile. So this is just my material. You can use the other material that you want. And then I'm going to change the section profile for my support. So I'm going to use the other type of section profile for my support. I'm going to use the structure framing support structure framing profile for my stair support. So I'm going to use this one. Okay, and then I click on OK. So now that is for the right support. So I'm going to add for the left support too. So click this box with three dots and just change the type because I already create a type just now. So I'm going to use the same type for the left side too. So click OK and now click OK. So I can use, now I can draw the stair. So before I draw the stair, I'm just going to change the width, the run here to 900. All right, and then I'm going to use this one. Oh, sorry. Before that, I'm going to use the run center. I'm going to use the center of this platform just now that I create here. And then maybe I change the riser a bit to 10 because it's too long. Okay, so that one is okay. Moment, change the width again. All right. Okay, all right. So I'm just going to align it to the beam. The beam. All right, so I click on finish. So now if I go to 3D view, you cannot see the stair because the stair is under architecture. So what you're going to do from here, you need to visible the stair. So to do that, you just go to visibility graphic or VG, and then you're just going to search here stair, and then I'm going to check the box. So from here I can from 3D view I can see the stair. If okay, sorry. Okay, so now I can see the stair because I already changed the visibility for the stair in the structural 3D view. So but if you see here, because I draw in level 2, so the arrangement for my stair is going to be to the top of level 2. So to change it, to make it, to go down to level 1, so I just click on the stair again. So I just change to the properties, change the base level to level 1 and the top level to level 2. Then click OK, and then make sure it's going to, okay, you can see here, and then make sure it's going to opposite um, of my stair, which is going to this side. So from level 1 to level 2, okay, just going to make it go up here. So make it this one go up. All right, the flow of your stair. So now if I go to preview, I have my steel stair there. Okay, so next one, I'm going to add the railing. So first thing I'm going to do is the railing also under architecture model. So you need to change the visibility in 3D view for the railing too. It's same as the stair. You need to check the box in the visibility graphic. So VG, going to I'm going to on the visibility for the railing, right? So now I can see the railing. So as you can see, the railing are not really meet my requirement. I want my railing to look like this, okay, like a steel railing. So to do that, right, I'm going to create a custom railing. So to do that, I'm just going to go to the level 2. Okay, I'm going to add the railing here first. Okay, so to add railing, this one, okay, you can use tools here. So I'm just going to use line to add my railing. So I had add it here. Okay, I add it along the column. I'm just going to follow my my platform design. Like that, and if I click on finish, I go to 3D view. You cannot see any posts are added in the railing because I'm currently open a structural template. So railing is not under structure. So there is no setting for railing. So I want to add a custom set railing type for my structural model. So to do that, I'm just going to add the features first. First, I'm going to add the blaster, and then I'm going to add the profile for my top rail and then the structure rail. So to do that, I'm just going to go to insert ribbon here, and then I click on load family. So I'm just going to use the same UK libraries. And then from here, you can find this railing folder. So I'm going to add the blaster first. So open up the railing, blaster file, and then I'm going to use this blaster round. So this is the post for my, or a pole for my railing. So I click on open to add it in my model. And then I click on the load family again. So now I'm going to add the profile for my structure rail and the support rail and the top rail. So to do that, I go to the profile file here. And then there is the stair and railing file. So from here, I'm just going to use this cellular handrail number 2. Right? I click on open. So now I can do the setting for my railing. So just click on the railing that I just created just now. Okay, I want to change the setting. I want to change the type. So I click on the railing, go to edit type. And then if you want to duplicate, you can duplicate it. Okay, so I don't want to duplicate. I want to override this type. So because the height is the same, I'm just going to change. I'm just going to add the blaster and then the rail structure. So here you can see the parameter setting for my railing. So first you can see there is a railing structure non-continuous. So I'm going to add the structure rail for my railing. So I click on edit, click on insert here, just one support rail. Okay, you can rename it if you want. And then I add the height for my support rail, which is the center or the half of the height, which is 450. And then here you can see the profile. So this is where you add the shape of your railing. Okay, the profile just now. So just now I add the profile cellular handrail, right? So I'm going to add this. You can see? So there is a bunch of diameter here. So I'm just going to use the 30 mm diameter for my support rail. And then the category material will be metal too. I'm just going to use the same as the stands now. Okay. Now, next one, I'm going to set the blaster placement for my rail. So I click on edit. So you can see this is the blaster placement setting. So on top of this blaster placement setting is a main pattern. And down here is the post for the start post, corner post, and end post setting. So I'm going to go to main pattern first. So I'm just going to add the blaster, the cellular blaster, the round blaster that I add just now. So I'm going to use the bigger one, which is the 25 mm diameter blaster round. And then I'm going to add the distance from previous, which is the span within the blaster. So around 1000. Okay. And then next one, you need to go to the post setting. So you need to add the same blaster family to make it, to make sure the post for my railing being at the start and the end of my railing. So I'm using the same blaster size, which is 25 mm diameter, round. And then last thing you need to do is here, you need to uncheck this use blaster per thread on step. So I need to make sure all of this railing in my model are using the same setting. So if I didn't uncheck on this box, so the setting railing for the stair will be the same as this one. So I don't want that. So I just click on uncheck on this box. And then I click on apply, okay, apply and okay. So now you can see my my platform are now my model are now adding the railing. So now you can see the railing on my platform, the steel railing. Okay, Right. So next one, last one, I'm going to add the automatic connections. So connection like a base plate, an angle clip. So I'm going to add it automatically for each column. For example, a base plate, right? So I go to steel ribbon here. So before I click on this connection automation, I need to add the libraries or the type of the connection that I want to add first. So I just click on this tiny arrow here, and then it will pop up this box. Moment. Yeah, this structural connection setting box. From here, you can see there is available connections that you can choose. So I'm just going to choose it all, and then click add, and then click OK. So now I can click on the connection automations. So I click on this connection automation. We will pop up the box for my connection automation. Yeah, this one. So I'm going to use the base plate. Okay. So for you to use this connection automation, first of all, you need to save your file first. After you save your file, you can use this connection automation. Otherwise, it will not allow you to add the connection automation automatically, right? So using the base plate, I'm going to add for each column here. So I click on select item or select the steel element. Okay, one moment. Oops. I share. All right. Okay, let me do it again. Select. Then I'm going to select all of my steel column like that. As you can see, the total element for my column is 30. And then from here, I'm going to add the connection type to add in the model, which is the base plate. So I just click on the select an option. A moment. It didn't show here. Let me just share it again. Sometimes, yeah. And then, okay, select an option. And then I'm going to click on this one, the base plate. All right. And then click on run. So this this steel connection automation will make your work faster because it will add for each column. You can see here. So automatically it will add for each column, the base plate. You don't need to add it one by one, right? And then I go back. So now I have my connection for each column. Okay, so connection within the base, the platform, the slab, and then the column. All right. Okay, so I think that's all for the model. So any questions? Connection for the column base plate bolt distance can change. Yeah, there is question from CCW. So either whether the distance between the bolt and the base plate can be the bolt spacing can be changed. Yes, the bolt spacing can be changed. Okay, to change the bolt spacing, you just click on the base plate that you want. Either one, you can just select either one. And then I go to the edit type. Okay. And then I go to modified parameter here. So it will show you the parameter for the connection. So different connection, different connector, different parameter. So this is the parameter for the base plate. Let's say you use a clip angle or any other connector. So maybe the parameter here are the same, but you can just explore how to change the bolt or the size, anything. It's pretty same, but the parameter is maybe a little bit different. So I just go on to change the gap from the boat, right? The spacing for the boat. So I just going to go to the anchor parallel web. You can see this one, the intermediate distance. So this is the distance within the screw, okay, the bolt. So let's say I change to 300. Okay, let's I'm sorry. And then if I change to 300, you can see the space within the book are now changing. So same goes to the flange. Okay, 300. Right? Now you can see the distance, the span within the book on my base plate are now changing. I can just click OK. Click on OK. So you can see. So because I just directly select on the base plate and go edit type, I didn't duplicate it, so it will override for my to my to each of my base plate that I just add just now. Okay. So there is more question. So question from Mr. C. A moment. Okay. How to connect the handrail gap to the stair step? Oh, this one, right? Okay. So there is two options. Either you just create a new handrail or you can edit the existing handrail. So for me, I'm going to add a new handrail here to connect. So just go to architecture again, go to railing. So from here just now, okay, this one, the railing, like that, and like that, and finish. So it will look like this. So you can join it. After that, you can join it. Okay. And question from CCW, this is the default. So the column size change, the base place change automatically. No, it didn't follow your size of column. The base plate didn't follow your size of column. The base plate, you need, if you want to change the size of the base plate, you need to go to parameter setting, change the size. So if the column is bigger than the base plate, you need to change the parameter of the base plate at the edit type just now. Okay, you are welcome, Mr. Sin. So all right, CCW, you can see the second handrail connected to the tree. Can move the staircase both side member. Move staircase handrail to side. Oh, yeah, can. Let's say you want to move this railing on top of the support. So it's easy. Just click on um the railing, and then you can see there is a flip button here. Maybe I change to okay, level 2 is easier to see. So you can see here, if I click on the railing, you can see this flip button. So if I click on this flip button, it will flip it on top of the support. Okay. For example, I show you 3D view. Okay, this one, this side. Maybe be okay, this side. So if I click on the railing, I can see this flip button. I click on it. So now the railing are on top of my support on my UB. Okay. How about move outside of a UB? If move outside of UB, so there is no host for the railing. I think you cannot do that because this really need to have hooks. So you need to host on the slab, on the floor, or any support like that. You cannot just hanging or you cannot just hang your railing like that. Okay, you need to have host here. You can see if I click on the railing, I have to pick a host. So right now the railing posts are on top of this UB. Okay. Sometimes handrail outside. Yeah. So cannot add handrail just like a hanging handrail. So you need to each railing need to have a host. So either on the floor, on the support like that, or the step. All right. Thank you. Thank you to you too for the question. So very, very good question actually. Okay, so any more question from you guys before I end my lesson today? All right. Thank you. All right. So just last one, I'm just going to bring you to our ACAD system. Okay, so if you're interested to join our next Firana lesson, you can just go to our website and then you scroll down, you will find the next Firana lesson that we will conduct. So just if you're interested to join, just click on the uh, the title, and then you just click on going. Then you can register. So we will email you the Zoom link, and if we have the changes date, changes time, so we will inform you by email too. And then if you want to rewatch today free online lesson or our previous free online lesson, you just can go to our YouTube channel, okay, ACAD Systems Sendirian Berhad. And then from here, you can go to the live option, and then you will see we will uh, repost our free online lesson. Okay, if you want to rewatch, you can rewatch it here. All right. All right. So I believe that's all from me today. So thank you everyone for joining me today. Hopefully you have a nice day today. See you soon in our next run lesson. Stay safe. Bye bye. Take care everyone. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye.